Hello YouTube and welcome to episode 10 of the Reggina Race. It's Damien. It is Reggina, and it's a game in November that I am calling a title decider. We've got Cosenza today now. We haven't been able to stream it all or barely play throughout the whole week, and as you can tell, we've only played 10 games in the league. But the main reason I'm bringing out this episode is this one is going to be a cracker, and we need to go get a result here. As well, this will be an episode where I can tell you that we are planning the stream tonight after Father's Day shenanigans have finished. Got to go to my nonna's and eat, and then after that, may stay there for dinner as well, usually do. But then after that, on a full stomach, because you know when you come back from nonna's, you feel 100 kilos. Yeah, we will look to stream for most of the night with the Premier League on my other screen that's over here, and we will probably fire up the stream and play far into the season as possible. As you can see in the league, you know, we are 4 points off Cosenza, who have come out and played really well and haven't lost the game. The only game they drew was to relegated Lecce, who obviously dominated the league 2 seasons ago. But they have won games convincingly, where us ourselves have been okay, but the free draws have come against Monopoly, Catanzaro on the opening day, which you saw, and we just drew to Latina, who, look, at the end of the day, they're in third. That's not too bad. If we go back to our fixtures, though, since you joined us, which was the Pagnese game onwards, you haven't seen, look, playing quite well. Field Andrea was the big one. You know, we actually went out and dominated Field Andrea for the first time in a long while. You know, Asena Siracusa, you know, the Latina game. If I click on like the Fields and Dreer game, you can see that we're not even dominating possession in those ones there, but we're doing okay. If we go to the Siracusa game, the goal from Serge won goal of the month, and it's a goal worth showing. We're not going to go drop the speed down too much. I do have coaching, and I do need to leave in about 10 to 12 minutes. So I'm hoping that this goes pretty quick, this game. But at the same time, I'll film for as long as it needs to go. As you can see, the build-up play is not too bad, but Serge's finish is quite good, and it did win goal of the month. I was quite happy when it went in as well, because we weren't at our best in this Siracusa game, but we were playing okay as we build out from the back, and you know, the goal will come about in just a second. In terms of the save and the system's working fairly well. We're keeping the ball and, you know, doing most things with it, but at the same time, you know, there's a lot of that where we're looking for space over the top that isn't there. As you can see, Danilo plays it over to Monica. Monica gets headed away, and then Serge on the volley just goes bang. Right, it's a very nice goal. You know, he catches it sweetly with his left foot. Now, I don't even think Serge is left-footed by memory. We're going to double-check that now. Yeah, see, right only, and he just smacked the long-range volley with his left. It's quite a good goal. Anyhow, we're going to get into this Cosenza net game. Now, Cosenza, if they win this one or don't, you know, if they don't, Danilo is back from injury. If they win this one or / you know, don't lose, the gap's going to stay 4 points. It could be as much as 7 points. For us, that's a big total to overcome. And we saw last season that, you know, it becomes quite a race between 2 or 3 to win the title. And obviously it becomes a, you know, very much, you know, 2-horse race coming later stages. So to give away a 4 to 7 point gap in November could really pretty much say that the title is basically over. But in saying that, they could do what we did last season, got on a massive run of poor form where we probably should have got promoted last year and we didn't. But we'll wait and see. Anyhow, we are at home here in our Maroon, and we'll go into this game, not as favourites, but we'll go into this game with knowing that we have a decent shot of trying to win this football game. I just don't want to concede early. I feel like the system is great when you don't concede first. If we concede first, I feel like we're in some troubles. Perez gets to the byline, we're in there with the header, and I tell you what, we should be 1-0 down after only 3 minutes of play. That's a really big chance wasted there by Cosenza. In terms of possession and in terms of how the system's working, like, I really do rate games where we don't keep, you know, 60% possession. I really do rate the games where a little bit more of a ding-dong bash, because teams will come out and play against us and we just exploit them on the counter and exploit the spaces in behind. Mohamed and Mancini have been okay. Mancini's actually growing into quite a good player. He's growing at the moment, but Mohamed isn't being at his flashy best, and then will just score a goal. Anyhow, as Mancini gets on it, beats his man, gets down the touchline, has got good speed, the ball in there, Mohamed on the header, and well, it should be 1-1. Both sides have missed 2 clear-cut headers from about 6 yards each, and the game is still 0-0. We'll be a little bit nervy. We're keeping the ball very well, but like I said, it's a game where I don't want to see us, you know, well, I reckon we're better in games where it's a little bit more head, you know, end-to-end. As David M scores from the corner. We're talking about how the system's working and all that. We forgot to highlight the corner. Now, corners usually lead to not much, but when they come out of the blue, they usually do. And as you can see, Serge's ball is in at the back post. David M knocks down there into, Skivia knocks down into David M's path, and M with the volley past the keeper from about 7 or 8 yards, and we're 1-0 up here. This is where I think the system's really good, because we're already on a counter system, and when teams go 1-0 down and then start trying to play, more attacking against us, we just exploit them for space. As Serge on the free kick hits one, it hits it into the top right. Keeper was clutching it out. It was a great free kick. Hits it into the apex of the corner and post. Another throw in here. A goal right now would be huge for us as Toulouse gets on the ball. Finds Serge. Serge now looking inside, looking for Mohamed. Mohamed gets there. Mohamed scores. The flag stays down. Perini's been beaten at his near post. Serge gets on the ball. Plays it back post. Mohamed there with the goal. As you can see, he hasn't done much in the game. He's missed a couple of headers, and then bang, the poacher will finish one for you. The throw-in from Danilo was good into Toulouse, who Toulouse's actually been playing really well with that shadow strike and learning the role quite well. Serge with a great ball there. Mohamed there gets there, bang, foots it past the keeper. Keeper should be in a better position. And right now, the gap will go back to 1 point before Costanza and ourselves. The pep talk, we're going to come in here and we're going to just tell them, look, lads, don't drop your level. Things can happen. I'm going to tell the players that are stressed that I'm happy with their performance. Maybe not Moncini. Moncini probably deserves it. I have faith in you, but he doesn't really respond to it. Anyhow, we're 45 minutes away here from what would be a massive win for the season. We still haven't yet to lose a game, but we've probably drawn a few games that we should have won. As Toulouse taking this free kick. Toulouse, it's not on target. It's just over the bar. Looking for that far corner. Keeper had it well covered, though. Shouldn't really be beaten there. Toulouse is still not having his best of games, but anyhow, this is where I think we're really good. This, on the break, Moncini gets the ball at his feet, going away from him, finds Mohamed. Mohamed, will he score? Oh, Perino made a very good stay, made himself big, but that's where I back Mohamed in. Mohamed usually scores those opportunities, and that's the highlight we usually see right now, especially in Serie C, where we win the ball out is really good into one of the strikers, and we break away. The header goes away as far as Ngoy. Ngoy's effort is blocked, and it was probably blocked by one of our own men, considering it's a goal kick, and 52 minutes play, we're still 2-0 up. Another highlight, straight from the goal kick though. I feel like playing on this 4-1-2-1-2, we've been a bit more solid from, never mind, I was about to say a little bit more solid from this situation happening, where we don't lose that first header and we win the second ball. That's what I was about to say, as they have one simple flick on and they really should have scored, but Thomas Kuketti with a great save. Setamina on the volley, it would have been a great goal if he caught it sweetly, but instead he spooned that one into the stands, and we're still 2-0 up. 53 minutes, another highlight here. We can't afford this game to go way too long, or else I'm going to be late for coaching as I keep looking down at my phone. David M finds Toulouse now. Toulouse, can he go out? Instead, he looks for Moncini. Moncini's flick forward is not going to be the best, and they should get away with it there. I was hoping that the ball from Toulouse just sprayed out towards the left-hand side. In the end, Stefano, who's been playing really well at the back, our back line's been quite good, finds a Moncini. Moncini holds it up nicely and looks for Serge. Serge now on the ball. Still with Serge. That ball back towards Moncini is really good. Good first touch. Good ball in. Mohamed's there, and he doesn't put it on target. He doesn't even get there. It looked like it was just hanging in the air perfectly for him. Acetatina's ball forward has somehow found Perez, and Goya and Serge didn't talk between themselves, and one of them should have intercepted it. The ball down the line finds Baldi. And Baldi's one-on-one there with Thomas Kuketti, but he puts it into the side netting, and we're still 2-0 up. With that in mind, I'm just going to tell the lads to calm down and just try and, keep on the ball, which we've been doing quite well. There's a part of me that wants to switch the control and try and actually keep it if we're going to keep us so much possession. But at the same time, the system isn't working, so don't fix what ain't broken. What we are going to do is make sure Toulouse's injury isn't bad. And Tueto, who has been one of our men from, our reserves or our 18s that started at the game here at Reggina as a 17-year-old or maybe a 16-year-old, has been playing quite well at Shadow Striker. With that in mind as well, we're actually going to bring Serge off. Now, we're going to go a little bit more defensive. I'm actually going to bring Ontaro on as a deep line playmaker on defend, and see how we go there, and off we go. And Goy's on that booking, but we should be okay. Corsi now on the ball, looking for Perez, and his ball down to the top of the box finds Brucci, who will hit one, but that's going to be well wide. Defensively, like I said, we've always been solid and in this system, and that's what was the big thinking behind it, was being solid in this system, and then knowing that there's enough quality up front that something will happen. Because obviously us conceding goals on the break and us conceding just a lot of goals in general last season is the main reason why we finished where we finished and not going through the playoffs as well. It was just us conceding way too many goals. In this system, with it being so much more compact, I find that we limit teams to only a few key chances a game, as Ontaro nips in there and wins the ball at defensive midfielder or deep line playmaker on defense. Tueto there loses out, and Mungo on the ball. Mungo looking for Zanon. Zanon now on it. Still with Zanon. His ball down the line looks for Umbaldi. Umbaldi maybe with a chance to cross one. He does. Perez is there, but once again, it's another header over the bar, and we're doing okay here at the moment. What we are going to do is we're going to bring, we're going to bring on, everyone's playing quite well. Might move on Taro back a line and actually get on Taro in deep line playmaker and defend. Ngui, because he's on the booking, can come off and bring Zonto on. And Zonto can play like as a Carrillo as well and just have two shuttering Carrillos on a counter. I'm very tempted to switch to defensive and look just to keep the ball and eke this game out. 82-83, town ticking away here at the moment. What we are going to do is we are going to change the system quickly to just a more defensive system on a slightly deeper, closing down sometimes at a bit of a lower tempo. And we're just actually going to try and keep the ball now. That's what we are going to do. And we won't be as expressive as well. And that's really what we're going to do. We might bring Grossi on for the last few minutes as well. He can play as an advanced playmaker on support, and I have used him before at centre mid, and it has been good, as we could make one more change, just, the time waste. But to be quite honest, I think time's going to tick away here. And in the title deciding game in November, we are going to win this one 2-0 here, as long as they don't score from distance. As Kuketti catches it, it will be 2-0 against Reggina and Costanza here at the at Reggina. Well done, guys. That's a very good win for us, as as we praise the boys and move out of the game. For what that means in the titles, Toulouse's injury is only 5 to 8 days. We're going to send the assistant to that. What that means for the title or the title chase, we moved to 1 point behind them with a better goal difference. They've only lost they were the only team with Captain Stara that are undefeated now for the rest of the year. So it would be nice to keep that run going. We've got a few nice games before we get Lecce in the 24th, but we're expecting to play that game on stream. The next time you'll see us on YouTube is we will film the Capri game. It's the first time in the save we will be playing a Serie A side. So please follow us on YouTube. Give us a subscribe to go see when that episode comes out. Also follow us on Twitch, as we will be streaming live later on, as well as Facebook and Twitter to know when content is coming out and what has been happening so far in the save. Apart from that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that is going to be Damien finished for another episode. Thank you for watching episode 10, and we'll see you for episode 11 next time here in the Reggina Race. Goodbye.